Hello and good morning. Hi. I'm wearing a costume today on account of I felt like it. So here I am. Got my deerskin cap and my funny scarf. We're playing more Jenny LeClue, Detective Part 3 of our murder mornings of it. So here we go. Whoosh. There is a chance we will have a weird internet outage again, like it has been happening. Don't know what's going on, but I will try to keep an eye out for it.
The man in black. Who was he? Where was he going? There was only one way to find out.
Good luck with the exercise.
Where are you headed, creepy man in black?
So when we last left off, we were escaping our basement after getting our new gear.
Jenny couldn't simply chase the mysterious figure.
He's bound to notice me if I follow too closely. I need to get out of his line of sight.
Time for a sneak.
That's my way up. If only Keith was here to pull a ladder down. I'll just have to get it down the old-fashioned way.
Stone. Pumpkin.
There he is. The bridge should slow him down a bit. Huh?
Teleported.
How did he do that?
The man in black had taken the higher path towards the Almost Done bridge.
That's a dead end. Why is he going up there? There's nowhere to hide on the bridge. I'll go underneath and spy on him from there.
Jenny couldn't just walk onto the bridge and blow her cover. No, she'd keep her distance and see what the man in black would reveal when he didn't know he was being watched. The man in black neared the edge of the unfinished bridge. His methodical movements unnerved Jenny.
I need to get a better look at him. I'll climb the outside of the bridge and snoop on him from there.
The plan was daring but reckless.
I have no choice. He's my only lead.
And so, undaunted by the dangers that lay ahead, Jenny LeClue, wearing her mother's jacket, advanced towards the bridge. Yesterday a child, today a courageous adventurer.
Easy does it. I don't want him to hear me coming.
Glad we still have access to the boat that we stole. Sorry, that we borrowed. Quote unquote.
Jenny glanced down for the first time and immediately wished she hadn't. She clung tightly to the stone wall. The ledge beneath her feet was narrow, barely wide enough to stand on. One false move and...
Focus, Jenny. Perfect pitch! The hallmark of a serial killer. Maybe I can get a closer look.
Interesting thoughts to have one after the other.
There you are.
The brim of his hat concealed his face in shadow. The man in black remained an enigma.
Could be 3 kids in a raincoat for all I know. He's just standing there. What's he waiting for?
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Wow, this guy's a real chatterbox.
Yes. It's all there. Clear as day.
Who is he talking to?
No.
I didn't know that a
Wasn't
payphone
there.
phone could go that far away from the call box.
Yes. The whole house. She must have it.
What was he looking for?
Of course. Where? Hold on.
What's he doing now?
Gonna be looking directly at us. We're gonna get jump scared.
Where did he go? A super secret spy stash? I can't hear what he's saying.
Yes. I'll take care of her. Tonight. They change shifts at 4. Yes, it's all here.
I have to see what's on that paper.
Yes, the biggest cross. I know.
He's destroying evidence. I have to get down there before it's lost for good.
She was only distracted for a moment, but a moment was enough.
Damn, how does he do that?
I feel like I'm getting a lot of these accidentally.
Jenny held the soggy paper delicately. She hadn't recovered all the pieces, but enough to discern the message.
This is in the cemetery.
Beyond the fallen angel, through the crumbling arches, past the wooden gates. The entrance is buried there. Look for the biggest cross. Don't forget to pay your respects.
What could it mean?
They're directions to a secret entrance.
But an entrance to what?
Maybe there's more in the back. Mom?
Yes.
Jenny's heart skipped several beats. She remembered the man in black's words.
I'll take care of her tonight. He's going to...
Jenny couldn't bring herself to say the words.
Mom's in terrible danger!
Thankfully, her mother was safely locked away under the watchful eyes of the police. He'd never get past them.
He won't have to. These instructions lead to a secret entrance, a way to get to the jail without being detected.
But where?
The entrance is buried there.
Buried. The word bounced around her brain like a pinball. Where did people bury things?
The graveyard!
Of course. The graveyard was in the same part of town as the jail.
Angels, arches, crosses on graves.
All features of the graveyard.
I have to get there before he does. I have to save my mom.
This was all well and good, but even if she was right, even if she managed to reach her mother before the man in black...
How am I going to break her out?
It was at this moment a rather distressing thought popped into her head. As loath as she was to admit it, Jenny needed help. She reached into her jacket pocket and removed the walkie-talkie Susie had given her.
Hell yeah, it's Susie time.
Susie, are you there?
Jenny? Thank goodness. Are you okay?
What is that awful music?
Oh. I'm just rehearsing my dance for...
I regret asking. You said earlier you wanted to...
Yes?
You said you wanted to...
Help? Of course. Anything for you, friend.
Okay, meet me at the graveyard right away.
The graveyard? But it's nearly midnight. What if I get caught?
It's urgent, Susie.
I don't know, Jenny. I don't think I can do it.
Don't you see, Susie? This is your chance to prove yourself. Do you want your whole life to be dictated by your parents?
This is
Well,
manipulative.
no, but
There comes a time when every young woman has to chart her own course.
does it have to be right now?
My mom's fate hangs in the balance, and I'm the only thing standing between her and death. Which side of history will you be on?
The good side?
Great. Then meet me outside the graveyard as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll be there, Jenny. What should I wear? I'm thinking practical but colorful.
I don't care. Just bring your silent explosives.
What? What do you need explosives for?
I'm gonna break my mom out of jail.
I feel like maybe you should save that part of the plan until it happens. I feel like Susie's not going to be on board with that.
I am an artist. I will not be dictated to by some pen pusher in an ivory tower.
Super fun surprise. Exotic new location. Focus on friendship.
It's too long, too violent, too dark. These are my characters. So why does it feel like they're rebelling against me? All this fighting, all this drama, and for what? Jenny and Susie should be best friends by now. Maybe it's time to wrap this one up. End on a happy note. Yes, let's fix this nonsense once and for all. You all right, Rufus? First, I need another drink.
Okay, now we get to look at a fun board. Give me that. We have collected half of all gallery art. That's a cute bag. Look at that bag. Adorable. Alright, this is the I have to do is I have to what's with this? Oh, we get to choose? Well, this feels like it's gotta be the answer, but I'm so curious what the happy ending is.
Looks like fate decided for me. This one can't end like the others. They won't publish it. I must write something different, something darker. It's the only chance I have of saving her. I'm sorry, Jenny. You'll see your mum soon. But for now, it's got to be the graveyard.
Oh, I will love this poster in the background here for Jenny LeClue in the case of the Still Life Strangler. You choose the ending.
Was the man in black the Dean's real killer? Without any evidence, Jenny couldn't be sure. A great detective never made assumptions. The most important thing was getting her mum to safety. And to do that, she'd need to beat the man in black at his own game.
Events had taken a dramatic turn. Hell yeah, grats on the dishes. Jenny's head buzzed with questions. Susie's explosives work? Who is the man in black? I find the jail before it's too late? Why would someone want to kill my mom? The road ahead was fraught with danger, and Jenny would need all of her wits to survive.
One thing's for sure. I'm gonna need to be very quiet. What the hell?
Hi, Jenny. I'm here. And I brought snacks.
This is a covert mission. Could you draw any more attention to yourself?
Sorry. I just wanted to get here as quickly as I could.
Did you bring the explosives?
Of course. Et voila. Now remember, explosives are incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Hopefully it'll be enough.
Okay, I'm here. What's the big emergency, Susie? What is she doing here?
Keith, you came!
You invited him?
I thought it'd be a good opportunity for you to talk.
Now is hardly the time.
I can't bear the idea of two best friends never speaking again. It's too sad.
No.
What's wrong with you?
I should go.
No, Keith, wait.
There was so much she wanted to say. But she had ruined the Dean's funeral, embarrassed Keith in front of the whole town. Worse, she hadn't been there for him in his hour of need. She wanted to tell him all about the Dean's ring, the man in black, and the mysterious room buried in the forest. But none of it would bring his father back. Sometimes the right thing to say was also the hardest.
I'm sorry.
Poor Keith. Angry, grieving, conflicted. His whole world turned upside down. And the one person he most wanted to confide in, he couldn't.
I really should go. Goodbye, Jenny.
Well, that didn't go exactly as I planned. Are you okay, Jenny?
As angry as she was at Susie, Jenny knew this was a situation of her own making.
Let's just focus on the task at hand. Ugh, locked. I'll have to break in.
Or we could just wait for an adult.
And let the man in black get to my mom first. Are you trying to sabotage everything?
I just don't see why we can't tell the police what we know and let them sort it out.
Because, Susan, the police are incompetent.
Hell yeah.
I'm not putting my mom's life in their hands. Besides, for all we know, it could be an inside job. Now, keep a lookout while I open this lock. Are you coming, Susie?
Into the graveyard?
There's no time to waste.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm just, I think I need a minute.
Why don't you wait here and keep a lookout? I'll go on ahead. I've got the radio if I need your help.
That sounds like a great plan. Thanks.
Radio me if you see anything suspicious. Especially if you see a man in black carrying a briefcase and a blue umbrella.
Briefcase, umbrella, got it.
Lock the gate behind me so no one suspects anything. And keep out of sight.
Here, don't forget the explosives.
Jenny
Don't
had
forget
broken in
the
undetected.
explosives.
Now she had to find the secret passage that led to the jail.
I just need to follow the clues from the photograph. I'm coming for you, Mom.
We haven't looked at our journal in a little bit. I still have so many postcards to find, and I feel like we are nearing the end of the game.
A guardian of the graveyard cast her stony gaze over the burial ground, watching over the departed, protecting their peaceful slumber.
Why must everything in a graveyard be so, well, creepy?
Of course, this guardian had wings.
Beyond the fallen angel! There are lots of angels here. Which one is the fallen angel? The Strasberry Mausoleum.
Amongst the fresh flowers was a note. Beloved father, educator, and botanist, your memory will forever blossom in our hearts.
Don't worry, Mr. Strasberry. I won't rest until I found your real killer.
Spooky. Investigate up here.
Something's pushing against the stone. It looks like it could collapse at any minute.
Oh.
4 discs of solid granite with something carved into the face.
It's all scrambled up. I'll just straighten them out.
But try as she might, the discs wouldn't move.
Interesting. Lord.
Hey, Dad. I can't stay long. Mom's in trouble, and, well...
Jenny tried to be brave, but the past few days had taken their toll on our hero, and finally, it all poured out.
Everything's falling apart. I wanted a real mystery to solve, but... I didn't think it would be like this. Dean Strasberry's dead. Everyone in town thinks Mom killed him, and Keith won't talk to me. I don't know who to trust. And now someone is trying to kill Mom, too. I have to save her, but I'm not sure I can. Why did you have to go and die on us? It was a really crappy move. I wish you were here. That sword looks like it might move.
Oh, okay. Did this get adjusted? Alright, so let's take a look. Like that. Another one over here. Oh. No. Well, let's try pulling them both up. Sorry, I very suddenly had a cough. Oh. Alright, so that didn't fit.
5 stone swords adorned the strange entryway. Jenny tried to move one.
Wow, they're all stuck tight. I can't move any of them by hand.
Hmm. So maybe if they point at each other. Oh, okay. Hold on. Alright, so down, upward, upward. Okay. We have to get a sense of which one where. Pointing straight. Is there any more down here?
Here lie the earliest settlers of Arthurton. They kick-started our great town's growth and prosperity.
The note had read, "Look for the biggest cross."
But none of these graves have crosses.
No matter. Perhaps there were other secrets to find here.
Camp to plan never went according to itself. Alright. second one of those. Here. Hey sis, you'll love it here. Always feels like fall. Junior year has been a real whirlwind. I'm having a hard time with my dissertation. Don't major in ancient Arthurtonian culture. I went to the museum for inspiration. Found some really beautiful jewelry. Give PD a big hug for me. Do you like the bone I sent him? Yeah. Those have numbers to them. So it has. This seems like another Kickstarter backer thing. Alright, so we have another one here. Probably the last one. Scene 4. We're just one more, I think. Maybe two more if we have to. Only use.
How am I gonna get up there?
Oh, it's by the number of wings they have. Okay, okay. So that first one that we saw up top had no wing. Be pointing downward. One winged angel. Be pointing. It's not that one, that is... Take a look at what the rest are. One wing should be pointing up. Both wings the other way should be pointing. Ta-da. Bingo.
Got it. Some days you just feel super smart.
Jenny studied the stone discs, now perfectly aligned.
It's the face of a badger. That's unusual.
Oh, I guess it is. I was too focused on the swords.
Something tells me this isn't a tomb.
Another one of these.
If the huge coiling wires hadn't made it clear, the hulking metallic shell certainly did.
This isn't a tunnel. It's the entrance to another laboratory, just like the one in the forest. How many of these are there?
The presence of such unusual and foreign objects in Arthurton begged even bigger questions.
Who put them here? And for what purpose?
It seemed to Jenny as if the graveyard itself had been built around the sphere. A perfect hiding place. If something this conspicuous could be so easily concealed.
What else is Arthurton hiding?
That's good.
Well, at least we know it's working.
As a dozen intricate machines whirred to life, Jenny noticed a remarkable resemblance she had overlooked before.
Some of this equipment looks like the stuff in Susie's lab. Can't believe I missed it before. That girl owes me some answers. Another radio. Maybe these are used to communicate between laboratories.
It was a hunch, but if it were true,
Whoever's transmitting the message could be in another sphere somewhere in town. It's the same voice as before.
this code was different from the last.
Just as strange, though.
Jenny carefully transcribed the words into her journal.
Let's see what the hawk and the weasel have to say about this.
Alright. Bear 39. Two 33. Bear 34. Rabbit 60. 1 Hawk and Weasel. Is there anything here? Hawk 41 and Weasel. 41. Wolf and the Sheep. Or 46. 6. Goose. 1.
Purge infected, soon only death. Forever silenced, despair herself is near.
This message, as sinister as the last, sent Jenny's analytical mind into overdrive.
Is the man in black sending these messages?
Purge infected, forever silenced.
Could that have something to do with Dean Strasberry? It can't be a coincidence that I found a copy of the same book by the Dean's corpse. But how are they connected?
Soon only death, despair herself is near.
And now they're coming for my mom. What does she know that they're willing to kill her for?
What we got over here? Got a machine. Got a computer.
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect code.
Of course it is. That would have been too easy.
This contraption was new to Jenny, but something about it caught her eye. A large metallic slab with a distinctive indentation carved into its surface.
That
Oh, it needs
shape.
the ring.
Where have I seen it before? The Dean's ring!
Oh, a button changes.
It fits.
In fact, it fit perfectly into the slot, as though it were made for it.
Scary. Switch. Alright, that's what I was looking for.
Doesn't seem to be working. Probably just a loose connection somewhere.
A piece of rare Arthurtonian quartz, expertly carved and shaped with meticulous precision.
It looks like the arm rotates around this hinge. Ugh, I can't budge it. It's too heavy.
Ah, one
Jenny
of
knew
these
that
again.
the best way to fix anything electronic was...
To mess around with it until all the lights come on.
There we go.
If being a great detective didn't work out,
Don't know how I did
Jenny
that,
had a
but here we
promising
go.
career in machine repair to fall back on.
that good?
I could have
Seems
lost
good.
an eye.
The machine's true application would remain a mystery, for now. But whatever its purpose, the implications were overwhelming.
Dean Stroudsbury is somehow connected to this place.
Had the Dean been aware of the secret hiding within his ring?
Whether he knew or not, it's likely he was killed because of it.
Hidden amongst a web of cables, the average eye would have missed it. But Jenny LeClue was a great detective.
There's a book pinned beneath that cable.
Confidential. The word was music to Jenny's ears.
Code. Some kind. Oh, this is exciting. A bunch of stuff to read. Entry number 1. At last, today we begin Project Excelsior. Thanks to our wonderful benefactors, Asterix. Standing inside my lab, exactly as I had hoped. Perfectly concealed is the real thing of beauty. I call it the Zazer Sphere.
Zazer.
Jenny recognized the name, but couldn't put her finger on where she'd heard it before.
So this lab is his invention. He called it a Zazer Sphere. Well, at least I've got a name.
Nigel thinks it's pretentious to name it after myself, but let's see him design a geodesic structure that can withstand such incredible external forces. Whatever we call it, finally be able to study and harness the power of Arthurton's greatest resource. Side note, Nigel keeps mispronouncing my name. I swear he's doing it on purpose. It's Professor Zazer, like laser with a Z. How hard is that? Oh, exciting to hear about style-savvy things.
These machines were built to study and harness the power of Arthurton's greatest resource. They were experimenting on the town itself.
Who are the Council of Three? Hopefully the money doesn't dry up. Some sort of infinite possibility.
The Council of Three. Never heard of them. Sounds like he didn't know who they were either. But they paid for all of this?
Appears to be empty. That sounds like a style-savvy store. Entry 103. Another sphere fully operational. The project continues to grow. Every time we start an experiment, we discover a new property to examine, each result further supporting my theories. This town is special. That said, I find my time largely spent moving between laboratories. I'm tired of... I want to get my hands dirty. Ferris wheel. Ha ha ha. Chapter 104. New lab idea. Toying with designs for a newer, much more ambitious, larger facility.
He designed a bigger sphere. Bigger than
Big
this?
sphere.
Did he ever build it? And if he did, where?
If my calculations are correct, it should be capable of up to 1200% output capacity. This could propel us to a whole new world of possibility. Might I ask Mr. Gray again for face-to-face with management? Are they avoiding me? I'm starting to wonder if they even exist. Around, no one's met them. Who are they? Pages. Entry number 288. Terrible setback. Spotted an anomaly in the Badger experiment too late. Of course, Mr. Gray and Mr. Blue showed up just in time to witness the explosion. Plasma everywhere. All units lost. Mr. Blue nearly lost an eye. Not looking forward to debriefing on Friday. This is gonna set us back weeks.
There was a badger on the door to get into this lab. So this must be the experiment he was talking about.
He managed to recreate that. Different color of ink. Entry 280. Now, time for entry 280. Days blurring together. Every experiment brings us closer to unlocking the seemingly impossible. The number of strange incidents at the labs continues to grow. Who keeps stealing my pens? Entry 289. Or 297. I just said the same number from before. More setbacks, more unwelcome interruptions. Exhaustion plus rushed schedule equals dangerous conditions.
Exhaustion, rushed schedule, dangerous conditions.
The parallels with her father's own working conditions were distressingly clear.
Why did they insist we run the new test this weekend? It's just not ready. We need to enhance safety protocols and be vigilant to avoid any more contaminations or accidents. I'm starting to think they aren't in this for the right reasons. Someone followed me home again last night. Is the Council of Three. Knowledge, progress, order, ignorance, corruption, self-destruction. Entry 342. Been sleeping in the lab. Nothing to come home to. What am I doing here? What are we really trying to accomplish? I must believe that our personal sacrifices are worthwhile or serve a greater purpose. 385. Too late. I was so naive. I can't get their faces out of my mind. Screams. The darkness. The hole will never be filled. All dead. All my fault. All my fault. All my fault. All my fault. All my fault.
All dead. All my fault.
The words echoed across the metal walls, ghosts of a past tragedy.
What did he do? It must have been terrible.
Entry 621. What a bittersweet feeling. After 7 years, we're finally getting stable, repeatable results. But the cost has been great. The output ratio is incredible, but we're only just beginning to unlock the potential. Right hands, this could change the world. The new lab is nearly operational, but I'm not sure we are. As always, they'll push it too far, but full output will take years. Perhaps there's still time to make amends for what happened. Safety is top priority. People are greater than progress.
This entry is from much later. There are lots of pages missing. It seems that whatever happened before, he carried on his work long after.
As is the case in all tangled mysteries, every new piece of evidence raised more questions than it answered. But she now knew the purpose of this Caesar-sphere and the name of the people who had built it.
The Council of Three.
It wasn't much to go on, but it was a start.
What's this? Another blank scrap of paper.
Nigel, please stop writing the code down. Memorize it and destroy this immediately. From Caesar. 1028.
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1028.
Code accepted. System authorized and armed for activation.
Well, let's activate it. What's the worst that could happen?
Preparing to run experiment 12, cycle 78. Sphere hermetically sealed. Magnetic transducer coils charging. Accumulating voltaic cells. Commencing experiment 12-91. Radioactive safety margins cleared. Procedure 12 completed successfully. Decompressing spherical chamber. Remember, a healthy employee is an effective employee. Please leave the station for your mandatory 15-minute smoking break.
I wonder what it did. At least I wasn't covered in plasma.
I'm sure nothing bad ever happened. We're gonna get out there and Susan calls on the radio and being like, what the hell happened?
Jenny, did you find the entrance?
Not yet.
Jenny was hesitant to share her discovery, but Susie might have vital information.
I scaled the lab equipment.
Where did you really get the parts to build your machines?
I told you, there's a warehouse full of them at my father's factory.
And that's the only place you've seen equipment like that?
Well, yeah. Where else would I have seen it?
Did the Glatz Corporation ever build underground labs?
No, I don't think so. Why would they?
To hide them?
From who?
Good question. I have to go. Keep out of sight and let me know if you see anyone.
I will. Good luck, Jenny.
Beyond the fallen angel. This is it. The entrance must be through here.
Another coded message in another hidden laboratory. A secret tunnel under the graveyard. How long had these things been in Arthurton? Who was responsible for them? And how was all this connected to the Dean's murder?
Wooden gate.
Through the crumbling arches, past the wooden gates. This must be it! Now all I have to do is find the biggest cross.
A lot of crosses.
Oh, come on. There's a million crosses in there.
Jenny, where are you? It's getting really creepy out here.
I'm in the old part of the graveyard.
Oh no!
Every kid in Arthurton knew the graveyard was haunted. The ghosts of early settlers walked among the tombstones late at night, waiting to avenge their tragic deaths in the mines.
A few months ago, Peggy and Veronica went up there after curfew with some boys. And they were attacked by a ghost!
They were probably hallucinating from all the hairspray.
They swore to me, Jenny. They wouldn't lie.
I don't believe in ghosts. And the tall tales of a bunch of arrowheads won't change my mind.
Even so, Jenny's skin crawled with goosebumps. It might have been her imagination, but the night suddenly seemed a lot darker.
Maybe I'll use Mom's flashlight. You know, just in case.
Hello.
Not now! Not now! It's dead.
Unable to see more than a few inches ahead, our trembling adventurer had no choice but to edge forward, very slowly.
We found another mysterious sphere in the ground in the middle of a graveyard. And of course we pressed
great.
all the
There's a
buttons
light
and
over
made all
here.
the machines turn on.
What is that?
And now we're going to go break our mom out of prison. Jump
Wait.
scare.
You're not a ghost.
Oh, you scared the life out of me.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize anyone else was here.
Ah, that's okay. This place is terrifying in the dark. I really need to stop working nights. What are you doing out here after curfew?
I don't know if I can trust this guy.
Jenny's very manipulative.
I was here visiting my dad. I guess the time got away from me.
You're the LeClue girl, aren't you?
Well,
Your poor old man. What a horrible way to die.
yeah, I don't really like to talk about it.
Blown into 1,000 pieces. What a way to go. No chance to say goodbye. Boom! Gone! Just like that. An absolute tragedy. And the pain! Can you imagine? Nothing left of him. Hardly seemed worth digging the hole.
Well, you're digging a big hole right now.
Yes, ma'am. Regulation size 6 feet, not an inch less. The name's Matt. The second T is silent.
Sure sounds like an interesting job, Matt. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions about it?
Of course. I'm just happy for the company.
He seems harmless enough. I just need to be sure he's not working for the man in black.
Matt, the grave digger. Real quick, we just gotta check for any gallery pieces. Alright. How far down this can we go? Too far.
Is that blood?
Blood? Where?
It's all over your clothes and your shovel.
Oh, that! That's good old Arthurtonian red clay. Impossible to wash out. One of the hazards of the job.
Why are you digging a grave in the middle of the night?
Well, they have to go somewhere. The bones.
The what?
It's the problem with building a graveyard on top of an old mine. Ground's always shifting. Before you know it, bones are sticking out all over the place. We have to rebury them. It's bad for business.
That's terrible.
Could be worse. Could be dead, like all of these poor souls. Ms. Smith over there, bitten by a badger. Wouldn't want to go that way. Right there's Mr. McCarthy. Set himself on fire baking biscuits. And there's your dad, of course. Your poor dead dad. Dead.
Are you finished?
Oh, sorry. There I go again, talking about the dead.
He knows everything about this place. You told me your name was Matt.
It is, isn't it?
Well then, who is Owen? And why are you wearing his shirt?
Oh, darn it, it's fallen off again. Owen was the old groundskeeper. He died digging a grave. Turned out to be his own. Budget cuts.
You're wearing a dead man's shirt.
Seemed a shame to waste it. He didn't need it anymore.
This guy is an absolute... I hesitate to use this word. But the only way I can describe this man, absolute freak.
Have you seen anyone suspicious lurking around tonight?
Oh, well, there was this one girl.
A girl?
She scared the life out of me. Really made me jump. Oh, wait, no. That was you, wasn't it? You'll have to forgive me. My memory isn't what it used to be.
Flower.
Why do you have a flower in your pocket?
I always keep one in there in case of emergency. People like to leave them by the graves as a tribute. You should take it. For your dad.
No thanks. You keep it. What's that stuck to your boot?
Oh, dunno. Could have come from anywhere.
Beyond the fallen angel.
What now?
Under the crumbling arches.
You lost me.
The entrance is buried there. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, is this a poem? I love poems. Do you want to hear one of mine?
No, I'm good, thanks. Sure are a lot of people buried here.
Well, if they keep dying, we'll keep burying them.
Do you know which of these graves has the biggest cross on it?
Now there's one I've never heard before. Biggest cross. No, can't say I do. They've all got about the same sized cross, I'd say.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you have any idea how I could find it?
You know, you might want to look at that statue up there. It has a list of all the famous miners buried here. It might help you find what you're looking for.
Famous miners. Interesting. I think it's safe to say he doesn't know anything about the man in black. Well, thanks, Matt. It's been good to chat. But, you won't tell anyone you saw me here after curfew, will you? My granddad wouldn't be very happy with me.
Saw who? I didn't see anyone.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a statue to investigate.
Oh, no, you can't go up there now. It's far too dangerous.
I'll be fine, thanks.
Absolutely not. If you slipped and fell, I couldn't have that on my conscience. Come back tomorrow during the day. I'll give you a guided tour.
Damn. I'll have to find another way to get up there.
Much like those buried in the graveyard, this tree had died a long time ago.
Be careful, Mr. Crow. It looks like it could fall over at any moment.
I guess I'm climbing this. There we go.
Interesting.
Manipulate the birds.
Another case cracked.
Bones. More bones.
Mr. McCarthy? How did you get down here? Must have been the wind.
That was close. Hopefully this statue can help me find the biggest cross.
I'll take that. That.
It's a tribute to some of the families who worked in the mines. Cross, carvers of tunnel rock, unmatched in strength and size.
Jenny read the words to herself again.
Strength and size? Look for the biggest cross. They didn't mean a cross on a grave, they meant a cross in a grave.
Jenny had heard the tragic tale of a catastrophic cave-in that closed the mines under Arthurton.
Everyone blamed the miners for ignoring safety procedures.
Most were crushed instantly by the falling rocks. Others had not been so fortunate. Trapped with no water, no food, no light, they were condemned to a slow and painful death.
Yikes. Sounds bad.
The Cross family must be buried in the graveyard below. I've got to work out who was the biggest. Find the grave, find the secret passage to the jail, save Mom. Boy, I really hope I don't have to dig them up and measure them.
Case of the biggest cross. I was thinking that maybe cross would mean double cross, and it'd be like the grave of someone who was double crossed. Rope here. But I can't go on the rope. Rope.
Aha! Karina Cross. I was taller than friends. What an odd epitaph.
Oh, it's one of these.
I know I make it look easy, but I'm hanging on for dear life here.
Surprised all the crosses are not
Casper
buried near each
Cross.
other.
What have you got to say for yourself? I was taller than Helga. Seems the Cross family had quite the rivalry. No cross buried here. The search continues. Here's one. Helga Cross. I was taller than Karina.
Alright, so right now, Casper is the tallest.
I was taller than Karina. I see a Cooper, Chapman, and Cole. No cross. Bingo. Hello, Franz Cross. I was taller than Ivan. There can't be many more crosses to find. Where haven't I looked yet? I really hope my next adventure relies less on the structural integrity of old plant roots.
Very suddenly, Jenny is... Oh. I had a little dip of frames there. I'll keep an eye on it. I feel like Jenny has suddenly become very talkative in a way that she hasn't been throughout the rest of this adventure.
I'm going cross-eyed looking for crosses, but there aren't any here.
Normally she doesn't talk unless you investigate something, and now she's talking just about general movement.
Here's another one. Ivan Cross. How tall were you? Casper is a little liar. Ivan wasn't pulling any punches.
After an exhaustive search of the graveyard, Jenny had found all of the graves marked cross.
Now I just need to work out who was the tallest. Who was the tallest cross?
Casper is a liar. Casper, That would be Helga, right?
If Casper was lying, then Helga must be the tallest. Which means Helga's grave is hiding the secret passageway to the jail.
sticker.
Jenny saw nothing particularly unique about this grave. Like all the others, the slab was weathered, chipped, and covered in moss.
There's another epitaph carved into the base. Here lies she, 7'3", stung by a bee.
A small stone pot sat in front of the headstone. A fine layer of soil lined the inside.
Alright, looks like it's starting to break now.